you respect the result, and on the other hand, you know that yeah, it's getting maybe more and more difficult or mm, more exciting to stay the first one or to defend, a leading position. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, we saw a couple today. We finish on
Yeah.
Sami Ciucci and Matthias Casa. They're going head to head. We've spoken
Yeah.
about that. Marie-Eve Gahi and Margot Pinot, they're going head to head. Lucy Renshaw and Gemma Howell, they're going head to head.
Hidarov and Rutrov.
Yeah, there are a few of them. There are a few of them up there.
We feel with them.
Let's have a look then at, first of all, the medal table. France top the medal table at the moment. They've picked up 2 gold medals. Not to be outdone, the British have picked up 2 gold medals. Yes, you heard me correctly. The British have picked up 2 gold medals. Spain, Israel, Azerbaijan, Georgia and Ukraine all have 1 gold medal each. And on the final day, we'll go through the whole medal table with you. Let's just look back then at the under 63 kilo category. In particular, the gold medal match with the young Kosovan, up and coming, as Loretta Cusack-Doyle likes to say, Laura Fazliu, up against the more experienced Gemma Howell. Did you see that going your way? Did you pick out a winner early on, or were you prepared to say who you thought was going to win?
It was for me difficult because I haven't seen so many fights from Fazliu today. So what I saw is that she threw out the number 1 seed, Lucy Renshaw, and I mean that there is a reason why I see that as a number 1. She's the number 2 in the world, and on the other side, I saw Gemma Howell, for example, the fight against Andrea Lesky. It was her first fight. Lesky physically so strong, but Gemma Howell managed it technically to win against her. And we were spoken before the finals, our guesses, and this is always very tricky to say.
Yeah, it is.
I said Gemma Howell, although I knew or I was aware of the fact that yesterday they won already gold, and psychological, in my opinion, it is so difficult to repeat it because everybody says always it can make you you
lessen the pressure.
Yes, exactly, but this is a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure
Yeah,
because
you have to follow in their footsteps.
Yes, I always had felt it like that. So, but despite the fact, or still, I thought, all right, Gemma Howell, she's in a good shape today, and she will manage it to. She really has chances here to win the second gold medal for Great Britain.
Right. Okay. The under 70 kilo category.
Long explanation.
No, that's perfect. That's what we're looking for. The under 70 kilo category.
Yeah.
Barbara Matic was the number 1 seed. We saw her go out reasonably early. It came down to Marie-Eve Gahi and Sanne van Dijken.
Yes, Sanne van Dijken, the number 2 seed, the defender. She's always strong. She's a clever fighter, and in the end, it was. You also asked me if in this gold medal contest, and I said Sanne van Dijken. I didn't know the head-to-head. From the head-to-head, it was so clear, 5-1 for Sanne, but. It was really Marie-Eve Gahi's day today, and so she didn't. The head-to-head didn't impress her today.
No, it didn't.
And she showed us. She threw beautifully. The first score was very early in the golden. In the final fight. Yeah, the fight for gold. But she could defend it, and Sanne van Dijken didn't find a way to close that gap.
No, she didn't. Because it was an early score, and she spent quite a long time looking for a way back.
Yeah, she had chances. Yeah. She had chances,
and only at the very end. And I'm sure it's not going to prove controversial at all. Only at the very end did she come up with a throw, by which time the gong had already gone, and even the referee was motionless, didn't move.
It
she knew
was
that it was
all
the
over.
end of the contest.
Yes, tension was out, and I think your pick was Yves-Marie Gahi, right?
Yes, I picked Marie-Eve Gahi. I picked Gemma Howell.
Marie-Eve, I always say it the wrong way. Yeah.
And we come then. Let's have a look at the under 73 kilo category.
Yes. So the number one. Also a surprise that Lasha Shaftar-Tuashvili was beaten here by the silver medalist in the end, Esposito. He had a really great day, and we know the Italians, they have a lot of self-confidence, and they show it, and this is important on a mat, to go with self-confidence in every fight. In the end, it is the number 2 seed here, Hidayat Hedarov. I picked him. I think you picked him too, right?
I also picked Hedarov, yeah.
But it didn't look at the beginning of the gold medal contest. It didn't look as he will really make that.
Yeah, Esposito came up with a tempo that Hedarov fell behind.
Exactly.
So it looked very, very tricky for him. He was the one, however, who came up with a good score, and he's also someone who has got, he's in a head-to-head in his own country with Rustam Orozhov.
Exactly.
Who ended up on the podium, but not in the spot that he had hoped.
Yes. In the end, I was happy that the throwing skills, I make my mark here, the throwing skills enforced, so that will, in the end, was a decision.
That came out on top.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and then the under 81 kilo category, where the only number 1 seed made it to the final, because in all of the other weight categories they all went out fairly early, or at least didn't make it anywhere near the podium. Matthias Kasser went up against Tato Grigolashvili, and it was the absolute 1 versus 2, lots of tension in there, and as you've just seen, it was Grigolashvili who came out on top. Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, Matthias Kasser, he's always the one who is hunted. I mean, he's the number 1. He has the red backpack. He is the target on his back.
Yes, everybody. And this is really incredibly hard. And always, he's such a clever fighter. And he does not need to throw everybody within the first 1 or 2 minutes. But he has good overview and never lose the focus. And that's why there's a reason why he's the number 1 in the world, and the number 1 seed here as a reason, and last year he became silver medalist, and definitely this time he wanted to get gold. But I think it's difficult to assess, and he really looked also tired in my eyes, the fights before. Yes, and this surprising throw there from Tato Grigolashvili, we know that he's a thrower. He can throw. He got brilliant throwing skills, and he managed it. Yeah, I think that was my pick. Yeah, Grigolashvili. Yeah.
Yes, and that was the only one. That was the only one I didn't pick. But 3 out of 4 isn't too bad. I'm not sure how many of those you got at home. Maybe you didn't play along with us. You had your own game going on. But you'll have an opportunity tomorrow, because we're going to be back here for the 3rd and final day of competition at this year's European Championships. But from Annette Berman, myself, it's bye-bye for now.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.